posted March 31, 2018, 13 hours, 23 minutes and 40 seconds. It's known as a boatie's heaven, but the Gold Coast Broadwater has become so popular, authorities are now considering banning boats and jet skis from parts of the waterway, to try to ease congestion. The Gold Coast Waterways Authority's chief executive Hal Morris said it was cautiously considering zoning the Broadwater, which runs from Southport up to the northern tip of South Stradbroke Island. He said the authority had been looking at what similar cities around the world had been doing to combat waterway congestion. Mr. Morris said one concept was to allocate specific areas on the waterways for different users, so someone would have jet ski users, someone would have passive watercraft such as sailing, someone might do motorboats and skiing, he said. Mr. Morris said the authority would carefully consider the benefits and disadvantages of such a plan. The advantage of that is that you are able to operate with vessels with the same size and doing the same things as you're doing. And so the conflict between different users is reduced, he said. Of course the difficulty is you quickly run out of water space and there is not enough space to do all the things you want to do, Mr. Morris said. While the authority has not committed to the concept, Mr. Morris said it did need to plan for ways to deal with congestion. Busy waterway compared to the M1, the Gold Coast is home to nearly a third of Queensland's jet ski users, and has a rapidly growing population in its northern suburbs. One person who has seen the waterways become busier is volunteer Marine Rescue Southport duty skipper Dave McDonald. He said he could understand why the Broadwater was sometimes compared to the congested M1 motorway between the Gold Coast and Brisbane, on a lovely Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. If you are heading north from about Wave Break Island, and you look north towards Tipperary, you can see a wall of boats coming towards you on their way home. It does look a bit like a motorway, he said. He said he would be interested to see how zoning could work. If you had a channel for big boats and then a channel for small boats, there would be a distinct possibility some of the small boats would want to be in the big channel, or cross it, or whatever it happens to be, he said. Eventually there will have to be a separation of some description, but how long that is, I don't know. Zoning call for jet ski. Southport Amateur Fishing Club President John Ford said there were problems at times with fishermen and jet ski users sharing the Broadwater. Being fishermen, we like quietness and we like few waves, and of course when you get jet skis going fast in some of the more protected areas, yes, there is a problem there, he said. He is supportive of zoning. It could work quite well, depending on how those zonings are allocated, he said. Fishermen tend to spread out over a whole area. Jet skis, once again, there are things that favor them. They might do well in a special area where they can have their great fun there, Mr. Ford said. Gold Coast Waterways Authority hopes to finish its congestion planning in the coming months. Topics: speedboats, sea transport, maritime, conservation, environmental management. The Spit 4217, Southport 4215, Queensland.